Here in the US, this is a GameStop exclusive, but in other parts of the world, especially in the Philippines, this is a mass release figure, just like your regular Build-A-Figure wave. So if you're tired of seeing a green Hulk in your toy display, this is the one to get, the gray Hulk from GameStop. So you would be getting two different heads, and those two heads would have match hair on them, not like your standard Hulk who has only a patch of hair on his head. And aside from two heads, one that is angry looking and the one that is amiable or friendly, you also get a pair of spare hands. So the ones that I have with him right now are the fists. So we have the amiable Hulk head on the figure. And I was looking at the body paintings and was trying to research as to the details of what is the origin of these body markings. Are they Mayan in origin, or are they from a tribe from Aborigine tribe from Australia? So I was scrolling the internet and Google Images, so I found this. So I believe that these markings are primarily from the Australian Aborigines. So as to Hasbro spilling some face paint on the beard of the figure, I think that is just accurate to the images that I'm about to show you. So the other head also has some paint spillages on the beard of the figure, so it's not just the other head, but both heads are. So these were the images that I was able to research. So that's from the Australian Aborigines. So really the beard of the locals were also painted white. So accurate to the description or the what we have on here for the Grey Hulk. That's really a nice detail that they had on. So as for the headpiece, that's why I called it the amiable looking headpiece, because it looks really friendly and at peace with himself. So not like this other head, which he's ready to rumble. So if you're going to look at the figure from this far, from this angle, it looks like a ordinary action figure. It doesn't look like a Hulk figure. So if you like a Hulk figure that isn't mean and green or looks like a green monster, or this looks like a piece that you want to have for display. So he just looks like a Australian Aborigine. So if you're going to complete that look of an Australian Aborigine, just take off these wrist pieces. I would have given this figure a perfect 10 out of 10 if the body paints were just not limited to the upper torso and shoulders of the figure. As you could see, the body paint stops on the diaphragm of the figure, the shoulders, and the biceps. So for the belly of the figure, it's not painted. We don't have body paint here. And for the forearms, we don't have body paint there. And for the back, it's surprisingly empty. No body paint over there. If we could just take a look once again at the Australian Aborigines, you could see that they could even go to the extreme of painting the whole body. So for this figure, if they they would have just completed that look that they painted all over the body with the markings, this would have been a really stunning figure. This figure sports standard Marvel Legends articulation. So we have a cut on the diaphragm area, we have a ball over here, we also have cut on the waist, cut on the bicep, 2 points of articulation for the elbow area. We have a cut on the thighs for rotation. We have 2 points of articulation for the knees. The foot is on a ball, and of course we have a swivel and rotation for the hands or fists. Because of this back cable over here, the hair that hinders the head from tilting or moving the head to have that looking up effect. So that's your limit because of this hair piece. I love the biological proportions on this Hulk figure because unlike the other Hulk figures, the green Hulks, they look short and stubby even if they're really big figures. But for this gray Hulk figure, he just looks like an oversized man. When you pair him with the worthy Captain America figure, you could see that the proportions of the Captain America figure is not so far from the body proportions of the gray Hulk. The shoulders, no, not the shoulders, but the arms are not way too long. The shoulders are just spaced nicely. They're not bulky and heavy looking. And we have that semblance of a neck piece, unlike the other Hulk figures wherein they look so beefed up, bulky and heavy that the head looks like it just was placed on top of the shoulders. We're missing the neck. But for this Hulk figure, we could really take note that the neck piece is still there. The arms are not way too long. We have a good looking body and well spaced and long legs. So he just looks like an oversized man. So this is what I am expecting when I'm looking at the Hulk figure, that he is just a beefed up, sized up man when he transforms, something similar to these proportions. So when I say that short and stubby as compared to other figures, so I was referring to my Thanos figure over here, because this figure, I could say, is short and stubby looking and not compared to the gray Hulk. Now if we compare this gray Hulk also with another figure, the one that I just recently reviewed, the Mr. Hyde. So this is a 7.5 inches tall figure. The gray Hulk is 8.5, so he towers over Mr. Hyde by half an inch. So because of the maybe because of the suit piece, Mr. Hyde looks a little bit short and stocky and stubby. But compared to the gray Hulk, the body is really well proportioned. So here is just a customization option if you want a Joe Fix-It figure with the Mr. Hyde body. So just swap out the headpiece and the hands, and voila, you have a Joe Fix-It figure. So if you're really serious of making Mr. Hyde into a Joe Fix-It figure, just paint these portions of the neck which are exposed gray over there, and just apply some 70% alcohol to the beard and some parts of the head to get rid of the white paint, and you will have a Joe Fix-It figure. So that's it. So this figure right now is on clearance at GameStop, so I hope that whoever is looking at this review and is interested would have or find him at your local GameStop. So if you like this review, like, comment, and subscribe.